Hello friends, my name's Emile and welcome back to some more Gran Turismo 2. Today we're continuing on with our Let's Play and this is episode 75, and in today's episode we're heading back into the North City to compete in some more one-make races. And we're heading down to Lotus today to start their one-make races. And well, they have two one-make races. They have the Elise Trophy and and the Land Trophy. Of course, we're going to do the Elise Trophy first. For that, of course, we need a Lotus Elise. And as you can see, there are several different versions of Elise. I'm going to go for the cheapest one because I'm cheap. So yeah, let's go for this one. I kind of like that purple. Let's have it in purple. I didn't really show off all the colours there, so I'll just go back through them quickly. Yeah, there's some pretty cool colours available for the Lotus Elise. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and modify this vehicle up quickly, and I'll see you guys back here in a second. Okay, so there you go. I have modified my Elise up to about 262 horsepower, so not quite as much as the ZZS, which is probably the most comparable vehicle to the Elise that we're using today. Anyways, I just want to quickly address something before I end up hopping into the first race. If you actually look at that picture there, you can see some Elises with soft tops. Now, they were actually taken out of the game. They're beta vehicles, so they're not actually in the game, the soft top ones. So I think that's pretty interesting that they've actually got that on the picture there. Anyways, as you can see, the normal style and racing style races are available. So we're going to jump into the first race, which is for normal style vehicles. Our first race with the Lotus Elise heads to Tahiti Road, and well, there's a bit of an unfortunate sight in this race. There's a Motorsport Elise there. Now, I'm not too sure if he's going to be much of a threat. I didn't actually know you could get the Motorsport Elise into these events, but apparently you can. The Motorsport Elise is basically running almost the same power as me. He'll have much more grip though, because it's the Motorsports vehicle. It's got sort of aero and stuff. I've never actually driven the Motorsport Elise in this game, although I have driven it in previous Gran Turismo games, and I can confirm it's a very, very grippy car. Well, is this Elise? Well, sure, Lotuses are framed for their brilliant handling. It's got a kind of small wheelbase, it's mid-engined, it's rear drive, it's kind of small, and it's got quite a bit of power in it. It's also extremely light, so you know what that means? A, twitchy. B, when this thing kicks out, it will just try and kill me, so yeah. We'll have to see how we do. Although, to be fair, it doesn't look like he's much of a threat. I'm actually kind of confused by that, because I would have thought the Motorsports Elise would actually be a racing modified vehicle, so it wouldn't actually be allowed in these, but apparently it is. Which is a little bit strange, wasn't I expecting that? Of course, I can't actually use the I can't use the Motorsport Elise for two reasons. One, I didn't actually know I could use it, and two, well, you can't even race modify it anyways, so, or at least to my knowledge you can't. Everything I've seen on the internet means you can't. One thing I would be kind of curious about though is whether you can actually bring the Lotus Elise GT1 into these races. Now, I've never seen the Elise GT1 actually show up. To be fair, I've never seen the Motorsports Elise show up though, either, so maybe you can bring the Elise GT1 into here. I'd be curious to find out, but I'm not really sort of ready to spend 1,000,000 credits to find out whether I could get the Elise GT1 in here. Nevertheless, do not fret, the Elise GT1 will pop up at some point in this LP. It's on my list of vehicles which I'm planning to use, so yeah. Don't worry, its time will come. You will see the Elise GT1. It's a car which many people don't use in this game. Probably for good reason, because from what I've heard it's pretty atrocious to drive, but I've never actually driven it before, so I'm looking forward to driving that vehicle eventually. The only issue is it's going to be a while before I'm driving that vehicle, because of course we've got to get through, well, the remaining one-make races and endurance races first before we can start thinking about that, unless I decide to use it in an endurance race, I don't know. Either way, apparently the Motorsports Elise was not the quickest one. It was the Lotus Elise 190, which is sort of like the second best. I just bought a base Elise because why not? Anyways, we get 7,000 credits, and I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, it's now time to racing modify the Lotus Elise, so let's get into that. Let's head back to the tuning shop, and let's head over to the racing car modifications. We find the Elise gets a relatively basic race paint job. As you can see, got a few different colours. I'm going to go for this blue because I kind of like the contrast between the sort of dark blue car and the bright blue sun visor. I actually kind of like the whole contrast on that. So yeah, that's the reason I'm going for that one. So anyways, next race, racing style race, obviously. It's on a random course, once again. Okay, take 2, which is the first time I've actually said that during one of these one-make races. I was actually bragging in the episode that I've never lost one of these one-make races yet. I've come close to it, but never lost them. And guess what I did? On the final lap, the Elise decided to spin out. So I've just spent a couple of minutes trying to find a track which doesn't have any grass on it because, my god, this Elise is not fun to drive. I say that. It's very, very grippy. However, once it loses traction, as I said previously, you've just got no hope in the world of trying to control this thing. And in fact, it does even worse on these... Oh god, it's horrible on these bank bits. Oh, I don't like Elises anymore. Either way, apparently they're sort of staying behind. We're at test course, because apparently this track came up. I was kind of hoping for Super Speedway, to be honest with you, just because I can't be bothered. But there you go. Anyway, speaking of that, we are almost done with the one-make races, which is kind of nice. Admittedly, you know, I'm not really looking forward to the endurance races, just because they're endurance races, you know. Oh, why? Why are you having issue? It's so that is really odd, guys, to be honest with you. On these banked bits, like, it's really odd. It feels kind of skittish. That's a very odd feeling. Hopefully it doesn't do that on the last lap, because I cannot be arsed to do take 3 in this bloody car. Anyways, yeah, we're almost done with the one-make races now. We've just got, well, episode 78 is going to be the final one-make race. Bear in mind, we've been doing these since episode 27. Yes, I know. It's going to be quite a relief to finally get these done. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy the one-make races. I really do. Yeah. Oh, no, don't do that. You have to be so careful on your steering input. It's unreal. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy the one-make races. I really do. You know, they're 2-lap sprints. They're my sort of races. Yeah, the reason I don't really like endurance races is because they're kind of long and I get bored kind of easily. So, you know, these nice 2-lap sprints, very, very good. But at the same time, I mean, I can imagine you guys are a bit bored of them now. Even I'm getting a little bit bored of them now. Admittedly, you know, I still don't mind them. It allows me to drive a bunch of interesting vehicles, so on and so forth. But yeah, it is going to be nice to finally get all the one-make races done. Speaking of all the one-make races done, by the looks of it, we are actually going to win this race, which is very, very nice. There we go, across the line. Why is that car that's all the way back out there? So, okay, it was a base model release, and the 111S is apparently the slowest. Okay, either way, I get first place, which is nice. I get 10,000 credits, which is nice. And yeah, that's it. So I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, so there we go. As you can see, that's the Elise trophy done for both normal style and racing style races. In the next episode, we're going to be going after the land trophy, so join me for that. Anyways, friends, I want to thank you all very much for watching. My name has been the Real Emile, and until next time, farewell.